Hey, it's Suzanne Titkemeyer from No Longer Quivering, and I have a pile of ranting to do today. I am sick, sad, and twisted today. Um, why? Because I had to vote overseas, and I've done it before. Never done it quite like I had to do this time. This time was a cluster, and I'm sure a lot of it is due to our wonderful president trying to make it where you can't vote overseas. Anyway, it's a rant for another day. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about some of the BS that I've been seeing online. People are getting crazier. I'm seeing death threats everywhere, not just talking about my bad comments. I'm talking about comments for everyone. I mean, I've seen people throwing death threats at even Lori Alexander, and that's pretty bad because Lori, while I may not agree with her theology or anything else much, she's just a sick old lady, and it doesn't really behoove us to do that. The thing about Lori and everybody else, and I'm seeing these crazy comments going on, I know it's COVID. I know there's so much COVID anxiety going on right now that people are just losing their minds and doing and saying all kinds of crazy things. We need to knock that crap off. It's really counterproductive for everybody. Find some other way to get rid of your rage. Go out and kick a rock or something. Go kickboxing, something. This is driving me crazy, this hair. It's like I've got so much of it, it's just like piled on my head. Too greasy to do anything else. I've been too sick to actually do a video for a couple days. I'm back to my virus, my lovely virus I've had. This is going on 3.5 weeks. Yeah, today I'm sort of well. That's why I had to run out and vote. Okay, I've been getting a lot of crazy comments that I want to talk about too. Plus, I want to talk about Debi Pearl seed corn feeding her kids. Debi Pearl and Michael Pearl right now are promoting a bunch of nonsense about end of the world. It's the end of this world as we know it, I guess. This is something I see a lot in Fundy Town, but I've seen a lot in Quiverful. What happens is they get their panties in a wad about something to do is going to happen, and I've lived through Y2K, the panic and the fear of that, and everybody just stockpiling crazy stuff. I've lived through them saying this war is coming, that one's coming. I've lived through Jim Bakker, who, by the way, if you come here to write a comment about how I'm wrong about Jim Bakker, you might as well just save your breath. I'm getting a ton of those lately. Jim Bakker is selling overpriced, dehydrated foods, and he's claiming it's the end of the world as we know it. No such thing. It's a way for Jim Bakker to make money is all that is. The FDA has come after him several times for his silver solution, which has been proven to be harmful. If you intake that stuff, the only thing that happens is you end up with that silver in your liver. Heavy metal toxicity eventually builds up and you make yourself very sick. I know there are a lot of people that don't like to use medicines, but that silver solution is not it. You're better off sticking with things that there is some scientific proof that they work, like garlic or echinacea, or even, God forbid, that black, I can't even think what they call that they all drink. Elderberry, that elderberry syrup that they all promote. You're better off with that than the silver solution. The silver solution will not only not heal you, it will make you sicker. Okay, so I ranted about Jim Bakker. I don't want to hear from any of his fans. I had no idea they were so rabid and so insane, and that nobody seemed to have any scientific basis for anything. And that's sort of kind of what I want to talk about today, too. What has happened to this world? Not only are we angry and ranty and crazy, but nobody seems to believe that science works. Why is that suddenly science is this horrible thing that they've tossed aside that we used to actually venerate, and scientists were people we looked up to. Now scientists seem to be the ones that everybody is debating everything they're saying. I mean, you can look at the plague rat Sean Feucht the other day. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know. I'm terrible with names, and I do apologize. From Bethel. I am really having issues today. Bethel Redding. He's running around claiming that he's being prevented from worshiping. No, he's not. He's just prevented from violating rules on gatherings. And I get a lot of comments about that. And I got a comment from someone the other day that was bitching about me promoting Black Lives Matter of all silly things. It's like I was not promoting Black Lives Matter. I said that Sean was following them around, which he is. Personally, I am all for reforming the police departments. And I don't care what you name your rapid in, it needs to happen. Back in 2012, I had somebody that I sang with on worship team. She sang right behind me, named Patricia Ann Cook in Culpeper, Virginia. Now, I wasn't really a friend of hers. I didn't like her much because she was kind of silly. But I didn't wish her active harm. In Culpeper in February 2012, a police officer asked her for her driver's license after someone called in a report of a prowler. She refused and rolled up her window and drove away, and he shot her five times. Criminal justice. I don't know how I missed it, but Stephen and Powell's has endemic when there are no salons open. Now, Debbie and her seed corn came out. Please don't do that. Don't feed your children seed corn. In many places, seed corn is treated with preservatives and other chemicals that make it hazardous for humans. Now, Debbie, in previous tellings of that story,